Hi, this is Attila16 and this is another video of my campaign with the Romans at Legendary in Total War Rome 2. So I'm attacking this town here. It's supposed to be defended by a pretty large fleet, so that gives them quite a boost in auto battle terms, but I'm not sure that there's any worthy troops which will be unloaded from those ships. So as a result, I'm fairly confident that this will not be as difficult as announced. And as you can see here, you can see the different ships which are all getting ready to unload their troops. And on those ships, usually you only have spearmen kind of troops, so that should not be much of an issue. Now, as for my army, as usual, I have my general, which is veteran legionaries, 1 unit of Praetorian, 2 units of first cohort, many regular legionaries, and 4 units of velites. I have some equites, which are not particularly suited for urban fight, but you never know. The thing is that I think you need some cavalry when it comes to fighting large armies of skirmisher. So that's why I have a tendency to keep some. Now, of course, skirmisher on the defense is not much of an issue, but skirmisher in the open field can be quite a pain. So that's why you do need at least a few cavalry. Okay, now they are using their slingers against my velites. So I suppose that I should move forward with my legions, and I will try to rely on my melee capacity to win this battle. Because the thing is that the legionnaires are so strong that having other units than that is not necessarily useful, or well, in some rare case it might be useful. For example, if you're fighting a large army of cavalry, the legionnaires might not be the best unit for that, although they're still able to hold their own against enemy cavalry. So very much depend of the context, but as long as you're fighting in the Western Europe part of the world, you're fine with legionnaires. It's more when you're starting to fight against cavalry factions or that kind of stuff where you might want to rely a little more on, let's say, spearmen units or some specific cavalries. Okay, so you can see the ship's reinforcements which are coming my way now. Now, one of the problems in this game is that apparently the ships are making the game a lag, which is rather annoying. It wasn't like that before the 3rd patch, but now it seems to be lagging big time, much more than before. It did happen on occasion before, but now it seems to be very systematic. In very few cases, the game doesn't lag with ships now. So that's why the combination of ships and land battle is a kind of more or less appreciated part of this game. All it does is to slow down the enemy reinforcements, which I guess helped me in this case. But of course, having some fleet outside of your own city can be useful, because that can prevent you from necessarily having to leave one legion there. And the thing is that since you have a limited amount of legion, having a fleet around can be a good way to compensate your limitation in terms of legion. And by legion, I really mean the army completely, as opposed to a cohort. Okay, so they're landing their reinforcements all the way over there. While here my legionnaire are with great lag killing the enemies. And I would like to point out here that this is an animation kind of lag. It's not the game. As you can see, it's pretty smooth. When I turn around the camera, it's the animation which are kind of messed up. They will hopefully fix this very soon with a beta patch, which will be beta patch 4, hopefully. Okay, so while on that side my legionnaires are killing everything, here we have a small street fight where these tribesmen won't last long. They're fighting through. Okay, here they did dispose of the enemies. I will come in this area and plug the hole so that well, the enemy reinforcements from the sea won't harass my troops anymore in terms of capturing the center here. I will also have my velites ready to rain their javelin on the enemy. While here I should probably finish off the remaining enemies which are over there. Now you can really see that well, in terms of performance, my game is actually smooth. I look around and it's pretty smooth at the moment, but it's just that the animation are lagging, which is bizarre or strange. I have my Praetorian here, which are decimating the enemy tribesmen. I find that tribesmen are pretty weak for something to put on a ship. They are not particularly well adapted to most sea battle situations because they don't have much armor. They're mostly spearmen, which doesn't make them particularly good against, for example, legionnaires on ship. So they're only good against javeliner, and that's by the time they reach the enemy javeliner on ships, nearly all the group of tribesmen will be decimated. And I speak out of experience because I did play a legendary campaign with the Averni, so that did illustrate to me that tribesmen on ship is not necessarily a big strength or a great addition. I can still ram other ships with them, so that's good. But other than that, the tribesmen themselves, not a particularly amazing unit. Okay, well, 38 seconds and I'll be victorious. As you can see here, my cavalry has been sitting here idle. I suppose I should probably send them to maybe find the enemy around here. But actually the enemies are here, so I will engage them with my legionnaires. And they will likely make short work of those enemies. As you can see, they are wavering already. While my legionnaire are probably mostly getting killed by my own skirmisher here, so I might as well tell them to hold fire for now. Stop killing your own troops, please. That will be appreciated. And this is a victory. Now let's see how well it went. So I killed 2,147 and I lost 74. And I guess most of the enemy I killed were boat people there. Spearmen, tribesmen. So that now secure Genoa, which will be a welcome addition to my empire. And now that I actually cleared that place, I suppose that I should probably speed up the conquest of this region, because now there's a weak spot into the enemy line, essentially. So I will do that. Here here I will destroy this. I don't really need more military production. Okay, here that's I cannot do anything about the remaining army here. Well, here I'm out of move. And here I will not attack this ship by sea because, for example, if I lose a Legion unit on a boat, I lose it owl. So you don't want that to happen. It is very bad when that happens, because then you need to reproduce, well, not reproduce, but let's say produce again a new unit of Legion. Okay, well here I might have to do something about the situation here because I'm being besieged. My garrison will surrender in one turn, so that does mean that I will have to go destroy these guys. Most of them are actually on boat. That seemed to be a fleet, actually, 2 fleet. And most of the army here is actually made of spearmen with a lot of slinger, which is fairly standard in North Africa. So, okay, I will control a large army because I do have some. Actually, it's not in my favor to do that. Not sure what I'll do here. I think I will have to use control large army because if I don't, the enemy fleet won't come fast enough. Since I'm the one attacking, I want to kill as many of them as possible to be able to defeat the enemy. So that means that even though I only have 3 units of pretty bad units actually that will come in reinforcements. I want the enemy army to be as many as possible. At the same time, what's interesting here is that there's a flag, so my goal will be to simply capture that flag, which will also force the enemy fleet to come by. I think that's one of the reasons why they left the flag in. So it's to force the enemy fleet to land and unload their troops. Because if there was no flag, perhaps they will just stay at sea and laugh at you because you will not be able to defeat them in time. Okay, well here I might actually send my cavalry by the coast, and this is mostly a scouting purpose. Okay, so let's advance. So I'll be moving toward the enemy army here. Now let's see about the enemy fleet. They seem to be coming from that side. There are not that many yet, so that's okay. My impression is that I will likely be able to capture that town, that flag over there, much faster than they can. Now here my cavalry is receiving some fire, so I will engage those skirmisher as fast as possible. I think with the legions what you need to do is mostly charge in as fast as possible because then you're getting rid of a lot of enemy at once. And also, they are a little exposed to potential skirmisher attack, so that's something you need to be aware of. And what that means is that you need to dispose of any enemies as fast as possible. Okay, so one unit of cavalry will attack that group of slinger, and the other one will attack the other group here. While here with my other cavalry, which already engaged a few slinger, I will disengage and re-engage further. While here I'm actually moving around the enemy formation. Here I have actually some pleb which are fighting enemy slinger. The thing is that the slingers are usually equal or inferior to mob or pleb. So they're like, in terms of melee capacity, it's nearly as... Well, I don't know in terms of statistic, but in terms of effectiveness, it's really similar to a mob, but they have a ranged weapon. Okay, so I can see here that maybe my pleb is not up to the task. So I will send veteran legionaries to replace them into the fight. Well, here I might as well send my velites all the way here, just to gain some time. While here I will actually capture the territory here. Now we should not forget that this is actually me trying to break off a siege, so that's why destroying the enemy force is not my priority. It's mostly to chase them away so that I can recover my troops and resupply them. That's my priority at the moment. Okay, well, while my velites are heading there, I will also support them with a few legionnaires. Now my pleb routed here, which is unfortunate, but they're just pleb. So I guess the army which was besieging me is defeated, so I will now turn my attention toward the enemy fleet. Oh, I might even bring my pleb back. So let's do that. Now let's see what kind of force these are. Most of the enemy fleet is composed of skirmisher, so I guess my cavalry might be a very good fit for that situation. So I will try to make them engage different units, like this. Now it's also possible that my velites, which are actually a pretty good unit of skirmisher, manage to rout those enemy skirmisher pretty quick. Now let's see what kind of fleet I will be facing if I was actually making a sea battle. Yeah, these seem to be actually proper ships. They're firing their javelin on my poor legionnaires. Okay, so this unit of skirmisher has been routed. I should probably switch my velites to fire javelin, and this way I might be able to burn the ship and sink the enemy ships with their crew on it, so I will not even have to fight them on the ground, but that seems very unlikely at this point because they're already starting to move into land. Also, I'm capturing the place, so I will likely have a victory before all these men land on the shore.
Brave Romans to a man. Ready for orders.
The thing is that javelin men like these can be very dangerous to me, because I think javelin in this game seem to be particularly effective against armored troops. So legionnaires are actually vulnerable to javelin. It's not so much that they're vulnerable, but it's just that it's a very good target for javelin. Now let's see what happened here. So I killed 2,714 and I lost 257. So I did neutralize quite a bit the enemy army, and I did not lose much. So hopefully that break the siege. I'm not sure about the enemy fleet, so they might still be blockading. No, they are actually going away. Now I can finally build a temple and update this town. And here, what should I do with all this? I have temple, I have happiness, I have money. I don't really see much incentive to build those temples further for the moment. Well, here, trading. That's good. Okay, let's see the situation of that army. They seem pretty happy about their own situation. Okay, I will improve this. I will... How about some campaign movement? That's useful. And now I should probably make my way toward... Well, I will finish off this army. That seemed to be the reasonable thing to do. I will not do it personally as you expect. Because it will be pointless to fight that. And I will siege Alexandria. And actually I might as well auto-resolve this. Or perhaps not. Let's see, what kind of army are we talking about here? Now that seems... oh well, I'll do it anyway. But I might lose half of my troop for that. So I guess perhaps what I'll do is I will build some ladders. Like this. And actually here I might... if I bring this reinforcement army, I might be able to do an auto battle without losing that many troops. So let's see. 75%, well, that's more reasonable. So I did not do that battle because most of the enemy were very inferior in number. And I think it's the fleet which seemed to be boosting all the stats. That's the weird part about all this. So I now have Alexandria under my control. I think I will also turn this place into a proper place to produce troops. So we'll see about that later on, because right now I'm a little broke. Now there's a couple of armies around here, which I could probably attack, because right now they are in forced march. Actually, that's a friendly army here. So I cannot really attack that one, but that one maybe. No, I think it's just out of reach. Yeah, it is. So here I guess I will just hold it there and hope that I won't get flanked around. Now that region seems a little unhappy. It's probably because I removed one of my legion from the town. But now let's make a tour of the remaining legion, which are doing nothing at the moment. So I guess what I need to do now is I need to move over here to capture back that town. Actually, I don't remember if I had that before, but let's assume I did. And if I did not, well, it's time to get it. Okay, what can I do here? I will actually, let's see, cunning, morale, that's good.
At your command.
Okay, well here this army is holding the fort because of that army here. I'm building a fleet in this area. I have mercenaries in there. I don't really need that, so I'll just disband them, which will likely improve a lot of my economic aspect. While here, I suppose that I should probably bring that fleet back to where I can produce good units, which I believe is in Carthage. Yeah, it is. Okay, this is it for that. And now, unless I'm forgetting something, I think I'm done with this turn. There's not anything I can invest more money in, and all my legion are doing their work according to the situation. Now here, what can be annoying is that small unit or small army here that survived and decided to pull back into the hills, because that will force my legion to spend some action point into getting it. That's something which is slowing me down in terms of counterattacking that specific empire. While here this faction seems to be suffering from attrition, which means that this is likely their last town. Well, actually I took their last town, so they're trying to attack me at all cost, and they're losing as a result of this. They might not be wiped out at the moment, but ultimately they will. I have the help of one of my ally here, which is those guys from the island south of Greece, which I believe to be Crete. So that's useful to have some allies sometime. Okay, this is an interesting battle because the balance of power is strongly in my disfavor. So for Rorari, is that okay? I do have a wall which can give me some chance of actually beating those guys, but many of those troops are actually swordsmen, which might be dangerous to me. So I'll do this personally, and okay, you can see here that the Averni are actually bringing 2,400 troops, and I have a garrison of 160. No, that's my fleet. So, and there's 2 entry to that fort, so I don't know where the Averni will come from, but all I know is that my main enemy will come from the front gate, which is over here. I will deploy my javeliner so they can be as many as possible shooting at the enemy. I just need to find the perfect location. Okay, that should be fine like this. Now there's another door which is right here. If the Averni come by from that direction, they will likely attack there, while that wall is completely protected, depending if the Averni actually have catapult, which I haven't noticed actually yet, so I did not look for that. Okay, well here my Rorari will have to fight most of the fight, and I think we're set. So I will just make sure to deploy my Rorari so that none shall pass.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
So I'm deploying them like this in close formation, then I'm switching to square, which will increase what exactly their defense, I believe. Shield strength, armor strength, so it makes them much more able to survive. And then in the mix I will put my pleb, which will fill the gap if there's any. Now what I'll do is I'll look around for the Averni army, which I do not see yet. Oh. That might be the only situation I wasn't prepared for. Okay, so if the Averni actually land here, that might be a big problem. So I suppose that I will bring my javeliner here. And how many positions do I need to defend in this? Okay, I need to defend 3 positions. Oh, teleportation. Awesome. Oh, but I do have a fleet, which I totally forgot about. So it seems that my fleet will actually have something to do. And that will likely be to simply keep the enemy busy for a while. Okay, now that the gate is burning, I will just remove my javeliner to preserve their number. And I'm doing so just for the time of the gate burning, because when they fall down, apparently that killed people on top of the wall, which is something that I don't really understand the principle of. But I'll trust their judgment about it. Okay, so the wall has broke. Now it's time to redeploy on the wall. There we go. So what I need to do right now is to defeat those Celtic warrior as fast as possible. And while I do that, I need to attract that fleet toward the beach over here. This way they will hopefully land there as opposed to come here. So I will only stall them for a while. Okay, and now the enemy are coming in. Now the Celtic warrior are much better than my Rorari. And if they fight well, they might be able to come through. But despite all the patch, the ice still seem to be just rushing through. Well, I can just hope that the Averni will keep staring at me. Now look at this, they're just rushing through. So I will have to engage my pleb to compensate the number and try to fill the gap. But they're just rushing through and ignoring my troops, and even after 3 patch, the AI does not necessarily use better strategy than rushing through. Now my issue is that they might be too numerous. I will switch the side that is watched by my javeliners, so that it can fire and support my troops on the ground. Okay, well. I think I'm just being defeated because of the mass of the enemy here. Well, I'm not really defeated, but I'm losing some ground because of that. While here the Averni are just sitting there. I'm fine with that. Do it as long as you want. Please.
Ready for orders. General, orders understood.
Now sadly my fort doesn't have oil falling from the front of the gate. That will have been particularly useful. While here my other Rorari unit have been routed. I'm not sure how though. But I'll keep my general unit of Rorari in formation because it really gives them a good boost. Okay, well here they seem to be rushing all the way here. I think they want to kill my javeliners. So I will try to kill them first. Throw the javelin, don't engage them up close. Damn it. Ah, my general unit has been routed. Once again, I have no idea how. How did they manage to get routed like that? Is it because they actually lost the tower or something? That's strange. All my skirmishers are still doing a good fight. Perhaps what I could do here would be to climb on the wall. Oh, here I should probably keep an eye on that fleet here. Come on, hurry up. It's time to flee. Perfect. So now it's all a question of stalling them. While here it seems that the enemy slingers are just too strong for my javeliners. So that was actually a smart move on the part of the enemy. They did well.
Missiles awaiting targets. Hold position.
Okay, here I will deploy my javeliner on the wall. And now I should probably not sure what to do now. I don't think I can do much, to be honest, other than stalling. But I don't think, even if I stalled in terms of time to make the game end by timer, which is a cheap way to win, but a possible way to win, I'm not sure I will be able to prevent the enemy from capturing everything like that. Although they don't seem particularly smart at capturing everything so far. They seem to only focus on perhaps capturing this area here, or maybe killing my javeliner levies. Well, my tower might actually kill a few, but the damage that I will inflict is not significant enough to be much of a difference long term. And since those troops will likely refill during the next battle, I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so now I'll still keep the Everny out of the place, because you never know. Might be a way to save me redoing the battle. Anyway, I think I have some armies which are nearby. Oh, my levies are wavering and now routed. And now my fleet as well. So I guess that fixed the situation now. So I did kill only 452 and I did lose 1000. So yeah, I did lose quite a bit. That was a garrison, so it's not particularly damageable to me long term other than losing the town. Which town is that, by the way? Oh yeah, that's west of France. I'm having an army heading there soon.
Turn about!
So that should not be too long. Okay, what is this? A battle against Numidian? I guess I will have to do the battle myself. Because it is estimated that I have no chance of winning. Which might be true. I need to increase the size of my garrison by developing the town center part, or depending, or city hall. So we'll see about that. Where are they? First of all, I need to find the enemy. That's the greatest challenge so far. Did I miss something? Oh, right here. I took them from 4 buildings. That's why. Okay, so I'm moving my Rorari here. They might actually try to sneak around here. But if they do so, I will be prepared. Or they might come here, but that's unlikely. I will keep my mob nearby. The thing is that with the mob I will actually try to sneak around and perhaps attack their skirmisher. Now let's hope that this works, because if that doesn't work, look what can happen to my pretty empire. No, they seem to be heading to the side over there.
They will die at our hands. Prepare then, soldiers.
Now let's see what I can do about that. I guess I'll go simply defend the town center over there. In front of the temple. Temple of what? Legions? Okay, must be the god of legions. The big question is, will they go right or will they go left? Oh, what's that? This is a lion which plays soccer. Okay, that's great. Or football, if you prefer. Need to speak to all my audience. Okay, well, I will try to block them in that street there. So my troops will think that I'm flip-flopping, but no, I'm just organizing well. Oh, they're actually trying to shoot me from afar. Actually, with my pleb, I will go around. This is the file formation, which is only used while crossing the Alps normally. So we'll see about that. I'm trying to innovate in the desert. So I can only hope that those enemies will bother to come. No, ignore the pleb. You don't see them. I'm absolutely not flanking around. Forget about it. That will never happen. Okay, forming square. I just hope that this won't be a case of the AI just standing there for ages. Which seemed to be the case, actually. Okay. Well, I'm under the impression that the AI will just stay there. So, yeah. I guess we will have to skip that part. Yep, skipping this. Okay, so I took a walk and came back and it was an heroic victory. So that was interesting. The AI just stood there. I had that before actually. Not sure what caused this. It doesn't get rid of the enemy rebel army, but at least it preserved my settlement for a short while. And this is also why you should always have a timer for your battle, because such battle happen. Okay. So ready to command? Yes. Hide an agent? Yes. Okay, so the army which was here disappeared. Oh no, it's right there. It's pretty weak though, but I think I still have to chase them down.
To battle!
I might actually have to recruit another legion just to get rid of them. So I will recruit a legion. And let's see how close I can get.
Commander.
Okay, there we go. Even though I only have one unit. Okay. That's not exactly what I wanted there. So ambush. Do I want to ambush the enemy? Huh. That's I think I will actually do this battle. Because I'm thinking that I might have a chance to win it. So that that will be interesting. Because the thing is that since this is an ambush, the enemy has massive, let's say, negative impact on their troops. While here I have veteran legionary units, which I keep saying is OP, but some people disagree, so we'll see about that. Now the enemy also seem to be less numerous, so let's see if they can beat one unit of veteran legionary in an ambush. So moving toward the enemy. Now we can even take advantage of the cinematic experience there. Took care of a few horsemen.
Our general is under attack.
Yes, and he will likely die. Okay, Italian cavalry is engaging me. Now what's interesting about the context of this battle is that I attacked an army which was in forced march. As a result of this, it triggered an ambush. And as a result of this, my strong army, which is nearby, it doesn't come as reinforcements. So I end up facing an army with a single unit, which is rather original. But I guess this will allow us to see a good illustration of the animation, because now we truly have Romans fighting, and we have the time to see them, and there's not much maneuver to do as a distraction. So we can see about all this. Let's make a war cry that will scare the enemy general. So let's see. I'm confident. Losing slightly, they say. Combat is even now. It was probably because of the enemy charge. So this will be a pretty lengthy fight. and we'll truly see the value of veteran legionaries. The enemy cavalry keep charging in. These are the main enemy of my force, to be honest. As you can see, they create a ripple effect in my legion. But even despite those cavalry charge, my legionnaires seem to be still holding. I did lose 60 of them. Now we can only hope that the enemy did lose much more. Now the thing is that the AI is actually pulling back his cavalry and then re-engaging, but there's a few of his troops on the way, so that might reduce a little his effectiveness. But I'm still losing quite a few men there. So I really need to get rid of those cavalry. They're really deadly. I'm really wondering if I'll win this. Oh boy, charge in the back, that's bad. And also my legionnaire don't like to be charged in the back. Losing decisively. Yeah, they really don't like that at all. Oh well, defeated. But we'll see how effective that veteran unit of legionaries was. He killed 125 and I lost 100. So that was close. And you can see that actually it's the Celt warrior which did inflict the most loss. I was defeated, but fortunately my legion wasn't completely destroyed. So that's a good thing. But there's not much use for it anymore anyway. So I will just go defend Rome. Now let's see the history of that legion. So 1 battle, 1 defeat. That's a glorious start. Okay, while we're here, I guess I will go attack this. It's time to annex that part. It seemed very well defended though, so I will build some ladder and I will just wait outside 1 turn. This way I will have the additional hardware to support my attack. Well, here I do have my legion, which is about to take back the town I just lost. Here I will capture that town from that faction. I think that's the only city they have. So that should be fairly in my favor here. There we go. Victory. No, they do have another town here. I seem at war with most of Britain now, actually. That's a curious fact. Now let's just check around my different legion to see if there's anybody which has anything to do or is available to do anything. I suppose I should simply go attack Memphis. Oh, that seemed actually well defended. Now here I will take this opportunity to upgrade, what is that? Ammo. That will be useful. Nothing like having a lot of ammo to throw at your enemies. Oh, that's interesting. Some phalanx unit. Egyptian infantry, which are not really good. Lots of slingers and archers. And in reinforcements, more of the same. Garrison, lots of pikemen. Haven't fought much pikemen with Romans yet, so that will be an interesting battle. And that will be the battle for the next episode, so check it out.